elegant and endangered. Born to hunt, yet so vulnerable. Late winter. The snow has grown damp and heavy. Most of the animals have survived the cold months quite well. Soon the white ermine will change its color to brown. South-facing slopes are already nearly bare. Those who succumbed to the cold and snow slowly appear, insects, for example. The snow also reveals other fragile forms. A snake skin discarded last autumn. But where is the snake itself? Where did it disappear to when snow and ice covered the earth? Snakes spend the winter in frost-free cavities in the ground. Their body energy is reduced to a minimum. In this brumation, they can just keep alive. The power of the spring sun changes everything. Until the snakes drowsily abandon their refuge. Its first winter over, a young Aesculapian snake directs its attention to the spring butterflies. They don't count as prey, but they're the first life forms it's seen in 6 months. And soon, there's much more to see. More and more snakes also appear with the rising temperatures to sunbathe. The harmless grass snake is the most common snake in Europe. It's recognized by the 2 yellow markings on the back of its head. After its winter rest, it's not just looking for warmth. Sometimes spring sees the phenomenon of mass mating, when 50 or more gather. They'll spend the rest of the year alone. Spring is also the time to encounter the slow worm. It looks like a snake, but only at first glance. It has eyelids, and that makes it a lizard. Snake eyes, by contrast, are lidless and covered by a transparent scale. That's what gives them the snake-like stare. So if it blinks, it's not a snake. A subtle but important difference. Even today, there's a great deal of ignorance about snakes. Their permanently darting tongues are not a sign of aggression. It's their way of smelling. Odor molecules are drawn from the air and evaluated by a special organ in the roof of the mouth. Their darting tongues lead them to their prey. It even works underwater. The growing intensity of the spring sun quickly warms the upper levels of the lake. The swimming season has started for the grass snake. A grass snake can grow to nearly 2 meters, moving with extreme elegance in the liquid element. The search for amphibian prey may mean swimming hundreds of meters. No shortage of frogs and toads in the tangled vegetation along the shore. Toads are perfect-sized prey, but this one has a bright signal color. Toads and grass snakes don't exactly live in harmony, but the snake is indecisive. It may look like the toad is giving up, but in fact it's displaying its warning colors. To the grass snake, that means, I'm inedible, move on. And when the snake is out of range, the toad takes off too. Another predator is in and out of the water, a European otter. It eats fish, crabs, mussels, amphibians, and snakes. Otters are superb divers. A gently gliding grass snake has no chance. The snake has no defense. The scent gland meant to frighten off smaller attackers only seems to make the otter's meal more tasty. It devours it whole. Every little piece. Snakes have conquered nearly every habitat in Europe. One climbs to great heights. Spotted in treetops at 20 meters or more, the Aesculapian snake. It's not poisonous and a true survival specialist. Its greatest skill is climbing trees. As if gravity didn't exist, it glides higher and higher in a vertical line by jamming the edge of its belly scales into any irregularity. And snaking its way continuously up the trunk. At dizzying heights, it seeks out an undisturbed place in the sun. The northernmost habitat of the Aesculapian snake takes in southern Germany, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Austria. At over 2 meters, it's one of the largest snakes in Europe, and it's harmless to humans. About 2,000 years ago, the species was given a boost by the Roman city of Carnuntum near Vienna, when more Aesculapian snakes were brought from the Mediterranean and released in Carnuntum. The snake was welcome for religious reasons. It was dedicated to the Roman god Aesculapius and was itself considered divine. Even today, it symbolizes the healing arts for physicians and pharmacists. But the Romans didn't just bring the Aesculapian to Austria. They also brought domestic rats that hadn't been known here until then. Proximity to humans gave them refuge and plenty of food, and they multiplied rapidly. Aesculapian snakes almost became domesticated thanks to the permanent offering of rats. In Roman times, the Aesculapian was highly appreciated as a pest controller. Some things change over time. 2,000 years later, Aesculapian snakes are still seen in gardens in Vienna and Lower Austria. These gardens are rarely full of mice or rats. But another potential prey, birds and their young, are often found in larger numbers here than in forests or meadows.